Hello, Rama Put. Hope all are in good health, feeling great, wonderful, having a happy and peaceful life. Now let's continue with the next devotee, Lakshmana Swami. Lakshmana Swami is another saintly person who attained realization directly from Bhagavan. Of the devotees that we have talked about, Lakshmana Swami is the only person who is still in the body at the year 2013 and living in Arunachala. Even as a teenager, Lakshmana Swami strongly felt he must attain self realization. He studied spiritual and religious books. He also did intense pranayama. One day, when he was still in college, he had a beautiful spiritual experience similar to that of Robert Adams. He was alone in a field when all of a sudden there was light everywhere, and suddenly the mind became one pointed and still. There was a sudden flash of light within, and the divine light showed its full magnificence. The light encircled and engulfed me. I lost all consciousness of the body. Apart from the strange quietness, there was total inner stillness. The effulgence drove home the veritable fact that the Self is God Himself in the temple of the physical body. My joy knew no bounds as I realized that the Self had become my Guru. However, the spiritual experience started fading and wearing off. Lakshmana Swami recognized the need to have a Guru in the human form in order to be eternally rooted in that state. While still in college, his lecturer named Ramana Maharishi's name one day. The very name delighted him. On another occasion, when he was passing through the main college lecture hall, he saw his English professor G.V. Subramania giving a talk on Ramana Maharishi. He also saw a huge picture of Ramana Maharishi in the hall. He could not follow the lecture because it was not audible from where he was, and the hall was jam packed. However, every time the professor uttered the name Ramana Maharishi, he was able to hear it. The name and form of Bhagavan gave him the certainty. Here is someone I can go to for clarification and get further established in the state of the Immaculate Self. Lakshmana Swami came to Tiruvannamalai in 1949. The consecration of the Mother's Temple was taking place. The place was teeming with people, and he could catch only a fleeting glimpse of Ramana Maharishi. He never got an audience with him. He stayed for a few days, during which time he bought the book Who Am I in Telugu, his mother tongue. As he read the book, he found his mind going deeper and deeper inside until he reached a state of no thought. However, he still was not very keen about self enquiry. Out of the blue, even though Bhagavan was physically very far away, the mantra Hare Ramana came to him as a japa. The sound or name came from within, and so he kept repeating it. After a few days, he went back to his village. He felt the seclusion, silence, and meditation, along with pranayama, would establish him in the self. From his village, he went towards the seaside. He stayed in a hut and practiced his sadhana intensely and continuously for 5 months. However, he fell ill and had to be brought back to his village. Even with all the special medical attention that was given to him, he never recovered fully. During this time, he had a picture of Bhagavan that seemed to be smiling at him all the time. While looking at the picture, one day he received a message from Bhagavan. This body can be saved with the help of medicines. But what about the ego, which is like the tiger's jaws eating you up? Lakshmana Swami felt that it was imperative to go back to his guru, Bhagavan Sri Ramana Maharishi. He returned to Ramana Ashramam in September 1949. The ashram was again very crowded, and as the Navaratri festival was being celebrated, Bhagwan was already very ill by this time. He would be brought from the Nirvana room to the new hall in front of the Mother's temple and was available for only 2 or 3 hours from 3 in the afternoon. It was the last day of Navaratri. The chanting of the mantras was going on, and simultaneously the bells were ringing. Bhagwan came from the Nirvana room to the new hall. At that time, Lakshmana Swami was standing outside. Bhagwan, who was walking with extreme difficulty, lifted his head and looked at Lakshmana Swami, who went into a state of ecstasy. He sat down and closed his eyes. As he did so, the beautiful, final spiritual realization came to him. This is how he describes it. Unexpectedly, I found that all my thoughts had disappeared except for the primer. Let's continue the next chapter. Thank you. Bye bye. Rama Rama Puput.